What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and as you all already know by now, Amber Turd fired her PR team right smack dab in the middle of the Johnny Depp trial. In fact, she fired her PR team and hired a new PR team right before she was supposed to take the stand, which is kind of weird when you look at the timing of things. And you know what? At first I thought, hey, this is a totally bad idea. Who ditches a PR team right in the middle of a trial? It's almost as if you're admitting that you know you look bad. However, I will say this. I give credit where credit is due. I could never give credit to someone like Amber Turd. However, I will give credit and say that this new PR team is doing a better job than her old PR team. So it seems like this new PR team was working out for her. That is, until now. Because people started doing some digging, people started looking around, and it turns out her new PR guy is getting exposed as we speak. And it looks like he may be the latest guy caught up in the Me Too movement, which is really, really ironic, right? Because that's how we got here in the first place. Because Johnny was painted as a target by the Me Too movement, and they just devised a elaborate plan to take him down. Johnny was supposed to be the face, the villain face, if you will, of the Me Too movement, whereas AH was supposed to be the baby face of the Me Too movement, the victim of the Me Too movement. And Johnny was going to be the poster child for, I can't say the word, but the poster child for men who put their hands on women of the entire world. That's what they wanted Johnny to be. But now it's all backfiring on Amber Turd's new PR guy. Now, I want you all to remember, before I even get into this, these are just random allegations coming from some woman. I don't know how credible she is, but what I do know is that we're all here because of random allegations coming from some woman named Amber Turd. So if you want to take Amber Turd's word as credible, then you also have to believe the people who are exposing her PR guy, right? It's believe all women, right? Believe all victims, right? So of course we should believe, by that logic at least, we should believe these random women that are coming out and saying this PR guy is a scumbag. Let's take a look. I met this man on the dating app Raya. He took me on 2 dates and then tried to take complete advantage of me in his condo in West Hollywood. He basically insinuated I owed him for the dates he brought me on. When I said no to most of the things he asked me to do, he kicked me out. His name is David Shane. He seems to be someone who does this a lot to women on the app. She told me on the second date he was noticeably rushing through their dinner, drinking just as heavily, but appeared more agitated and seemed to be in a hurry. After dinner, when she agreed to go to his condo in West Hollywood, he became instantly aggressive towards her in initiating sex, insinuating that she owed it to him because of these 2 luxurious dinners that he paid for. She said at one point, while they were sitting on the couch, he even grabbed her head and pushed it down forcefully down into his lap. When she resisted, he got mad and told her he would just call her a effing Uber. Wow. That's kind of really questionable behavior here from Amber Turd's new PR guy. You know what? It's almost as if karma is coming back to bite this guy on the ass. Now, this incident spooked her enough that she posted an alert about him on the Facebook group she belonged to at the time, dedicated to sharing online dating experiences with other single women in the area. She also alerted the app that she met him on, sending a message warning about him as an active member, potentially putting other women at risk. Judging by the responses H received in this group chat after she posted her experiences, it seemed this might be a habit of DS on these dating apps. Thankfully, she took all the right measures, alerting both the app and the group, documenting all of it with screenshots that detail the dates posted. She tells me she was not following the trial that closely until recently, when she turned on the TV and was shocked to see his face in the gallery. Imagine that. Imagine turning on your television and realizing that Amber Turd's new PR guy is some guy who, kind of did some weird things to you that you met on this dating app. Small world, right? I imagine that's really disturbing, that this guy's just on TV every day after doing what he did to her, allegedly. We don't know if it happened for sure. I want to point that out. But you know what? Like I said, we're all here because of allegations, right? In fact, we're actually here because of provably false allegations. This guy hasn't proved that any of these allegations are false yet. Johnny has on countless occasions, yet we're still here. So if you take this trial and you view it as legitimate, then you also have to view these statements as having somewhat of a legitimacy to it, at least. You have to take these statements into account if you want to take Amber's statements into account, for damn sure. So it's almost like these people's own logic, it's backfiring on them now. And this guy knows that, trust me. I couldn't believe my eyes, she told me. When we discussed her experience, she said, I just want everyone to know what kind of man he is. He had to have known this was coming. She told the woman that this experience is one of the main reasons that she actually ended up moving out of LA. A last straw for her as a young single woman jaded by this experience with online dating. By January, she packed up her things and moved out of the city. But a year later, this guy still continues to contact her. Man, this just doesn't look good, ladies and gentlemen. It definitely doesn't look good. But since this has come out, this guy scrubbed all of his social medias. He deleted his social media accounts. He scrubbed his actual website. And it looks like he's trying to cover his tracks here in some way, which would indicate to me that maybe these allegations do hold weight. Because if not, then why would he react in this way? Now, I know the internet is a crazy place. I am sure people are letting this guy have it. I do not encourage that behavior. I don't want any of you all to go message him or try to find him and be rude to him. But I'm sure people are doing that on the internet. Maybe that's why he deleted his account. But from what it looks like, he scrubbed his account and then deleted it. And he scrubbed his website. So he's just getting rid of all of this information, which would lead me to believe that even if he's not guilty of what these allegations say, then at the very least, he knows that he has something that he doesn't want people finding out. Because people are about to go over this guy with a fine-toothed comb. I don't know if he realized that once he entered into this case, he was basically painting public enemy number 2 on his back. Because public enemy number 1 is Amber Turd, of course. So I'm not sure if this guy knows what he is getting himself into. This is a different day and age. People dig these days, okay? And if you associate yourself with someone like Amber Turd, you're going to receive some heat. And, that's just the way life works. That's what happens when you make false allegations about someone and then try to parade around the world like you're some victim and try to gain clout off of it. So I don't feel bad. Although I will say this, I'm not the type of person that just takes people at their word. That's why I made it clear to you all that these are allegations from some random person who up until this point has not, as far as I know, I don't know this woman's history, but as far as I know, these allegations about him are just now coming out. So why she chose to wait until now, we could question that. Let's be fair, we could question that. But my point is, we're here in this trial, almost a decade worth of dealing with this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation, all because of random allegations, most of which can be 100% proven to be false. So if we've made it this far from these false allegations from Amber, then why should we dismiss these random allegations versus his PR guy? Because if you use Amber's PR guy's logic, if you use Amber Heard's logic, if you use Amber Heard's supporters' logic, then that means we definitely have to take this woman at her word, that this man really is a monster that really did all those things to her. That's why you have to be careful when you paint these narratives. It might work out in your favor now, but it will backfire on you in the long run. And it's happening to people in Hollywood every day. They want to promote all of these woke messages, all of this woke Hollywood ideology. They want to push it on people. And then it backfires on them and they get canceled. All because of a culture they themselves cultivated. They created it and now it's backfiring on them. They helped establish the Me Too movement and now it's backfiring on Amber's PR guy. I want to know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button. If you would like to support the channel, you can leave a super thanks. I'll have my Cash App down below, or you can become a channel member today. But I definitely want to know your thoughts about this. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you on the next video.